Good morning. It's Hump Day. Mike. So happy Wednesday. How is everybody? So I had another friend pass away yesterday. Complications after a surgery. Complications that shouldn't happen after a surgery. It was a significant surgery, but should have been something that worked out fine. My message, and I've said this message before, my message on this again is to just remind us to use your words. Say the things that matter and say the things that are important. You know, we get so wrapped up in all of the crap that goes on in our life, and I do too, and we all do. And 99% of the stuff that we get wrapped up in at the end of the day, at the end of our life, when we're at the end, it's not gonna matter. We're not gonna care about it. It's not gonna be something that really concerns us. And yet, that's what we spend most of our time on. And then when somebody's gone, you look back and you're like, I wish I'd have said things to them. I wish I would have. I had a chance to talk to Dave just a couple of weeks ago, and I wish I'd have said the words. I knew he was having a surgery. I didn't think anything would go badly. So it's not a typical piece of advice that I give on a Wednesday, but when these things happen, you got to address them. And so my advice is to remind us, say the words, use your words, say the things that you want to say to the people that you want to say them. To those that you really care about, tell them. To those that you admire, tell them. To your kids, what you really appreciate about them, tell them. To the people that have had impacts on your life, tell them. Use your words so that when all of a sudden you can't talk to them face to face, you don't have regrets. Remember, there's two types of pain: the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. And discipline weighs ounces, but regret weighs tons. You don't want to be in a boat with no oars going down a river, and then all of a sudden you're a couple of feet from the waterfall and you go, oh, I wish I woulda, I wish I shoulda. You want to be able to be a person who uses that oar and rows against the trends and the current so that you can get yourself where you want to be. And part of that is to say the things that you want to say to the people that you want to say them to. So at the end of the day, this life is fleeting. It happens fast. And when it's over, most of the time, let's face it, for most of us, if 10 days after you're dead, somebody's still talking about you, you did pretty good. I mean, if 10 years after you're dead, somebody's still talking about you, you were extraordinary. It's very rare that 100 years after somebody's gone, anybody still remembers who the hell they are. Napoleon Hill, when he first wrote his book, Think and Grow Rich, he used a lot of the industrialists of the time. Well, when they redid and re-released the book, they had to change names because a lot of those people didn't know who the hell they were. They knew Andrew Carnegie's and they knew Thomas Edison, but a lot of the local business guys at the time didn't really mean anything to them. They didn't know who those people were. So they had to redo it and say, okay, now we're going to talk about Steve Jobs and people of the current time. So we live in this time. So communicate with the people in this time that you really care about. Say the words. Use your words. Use your words with your spouse. Use your words with your kids. Use your words in your relationships. Use your words with your boss. Use your words with the people that you work with. Use your words with your relatives and your siblings. Use your words. Say what you want to say. That way, when the time comes, you won't have regret. You'll have said the words and you'll feel okay about it. My grandmother was basically my mom, and when she got significantly sick, I said the words. And now I have said the words with my mom too. And I'm glad that I did. So take the time to do that. Not a typical lesson for a Wednesday, but when the universe sends you something like this, then it's time to pay attention to it. So that's my advice for today, is remember what's important, don't forget what's important, and say the things that you want to say to the people that you want to say them to. That discipline weighs ounces, but that regret will weigh tons. Have a great day, everybody. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.